Unless you know Spanish.
Sí, hablo español.
Most likely your stuff is English.
Ándale.
Your questionnaire, so I didn't know.
One. Where do I look? Where's my highlights?
Hello, Coachella. Woo! So we're here this morning with
Crazy Carlos 05. You'll be getting what you want. Launching second episode of my podcast with Vic.
Hey everybody, my name is Vic Brew. Nice to meet you.
Woo-woo. Okay, so we're starting this with some announcements that we have from Pirayón Plastering. Es una empresa que es contratista de enlucido y listones con licencia que presta servicios en el sur de California. Así es de que si ustedes necesitan plaster, stucco, todo eso, aquí nuestro Pirayón, él hace todo esto, al igual que ahorita está contratando gente. Para los que andan buscando trabajo, entonces aquí contáctenlo a 442-282-5524. También acuérdense que este 5 de mayo tenemos el sábado 4 de mayo de 11 a 12 de la noche, un evento familiar y gratis para que vayan con toda su familia al 808-86 Avenida 50 en Indio. Y va a tocar nuestro artista de casa, que es Fernie Aguilar. Y va a haber muchos más grupos, así de que van a tener lucha libre, enanitos toreros. Va a estar divertido, lleven a su familia. Y el miércoles, este miércoles se aproxima que en Coachella, allá en Palm Springs, en el dispensario, van a tener el 30% de descuento. Así de que si ustedes llevan su pulsera que fueron a Coachella Fest, le van a dar el 30% de descuento en todo lo que es el dispensario. Y la ubicación está en 695 South Williams Road, Palm Springs. Así de que para que vayan estaremos ahí para que miren dónde estamos y para que les den ese 30% en esos cigarritos. Así es de que vengan para que apoyen. También tenemos próximamente el Coachella Football Club aquí en Coachella. Ya vamos a tener un equipo de Coachella, Carlos. Aquí en Coachella.
Pues no juego soccer, so I can't join the team.
Así es de que va a empezar a las 7 de la tarde, empezando sábado mayo 4, mayo 11, mayo 25 y junio 11. Para que vayan, apoyen a nuestro grupo, a nuestro soccer, ¿verdad? Local de aquí de Coachella. Y pues ahí los esperamos. ¿Y cómo empezamos hoy, Carlitos, en sábado? Así de que...
So let's welcome everyone to my second episode of You'll Be Getting What You Want with Crazy Carlos 05. Right now, we are about to introduce producer, actor, model, Vic. Vic, go ahead and tell us a little bit about yourself.
Hey everybody, my name is Vic. I'm originally from Africa, from Ghana. I moved to America at a young age and just got after it. You know, I came with a drive to succeed, and I just started chasing my dreams. And originally I used to work in software, but then I moved to entertainment like less than 5 years ago and started producing and making movies and TV and also acting in them. So yeah,
Wow.
A little bit about me.
So how do you like being a producer, actor, and model?
I love being a producer because I get a lot of creative freedom and get to decide what projects I'm making and how the stories go and the narratives. And so I love producing because of that. Modeling is dope because you get a lot of nice clothes.
Right?
You know?
It's funny. I remember we modeled together last year during a Coachella pre-party. That's how I met you.
Yeah.
You know, that was something, you know, I've never been a model. I've done makeup for models for runway shows, but that experience is kind of, you know, it was fun. It was fun. It's different. So, how long have you been modeling for? What made you get into this industry of being a producer, of being an actor, of being a model? Like, is this something that you wanted to do like all your life since you were a little kid?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I feel like one day I woke up and had an epiphany. For whatever reason, realized what I thought my purpose in life was. And that was just to make an impact in this world. And, you know, just be that kind of like that role model that people could look up to and feel inspired and motivated. And so I was like, how do I like reach as many people as possible without having to talk to them physically because it would be exhausting. And so I was like, TV and film has got to be my medium. And so like I feel like if I make it TV and film, you know, people will always have some piece of art or something that they can always look to and feel inspired and motivated. And, you know, I just want to be that guy.
Tell us about, I know I was looking through your Instagram. You were in a couple of like films. What films were those that you were in?
Yeah. So I've done a couple feature films and some short films as well. Demise is one of them. The List is another movie that I've been in. And I've done TV shows. If you watch Dave on Hulu, it's hilarious. You should check it out. I'm on that show as well.
What's like the most funniest part being an actor? Like when you're filming, any funny like stories that happen to you there?
Let's see. Funny stories. I think what's funny is like being in hair and makeup because like I literally never put on makeup. You know, no offense, I'm black. So I mean, I wake up and I just splash some water on my face and I just get going. You know.
But like I said, I've done makeup for models, and honestly, you guys have to wear makeup though.
Yeah,
that's all I gotta say. You know, it is crazy because I'm more like I would do the foundation, and I'm not gonna say it's hard to match the color, but it's like surprisingly because I'm like, why do I have to put makeup on the person? Like he's already, his face is good. He's just gonna go walk the runway.
Literally.
But when you're filming, that's something different. Of course, yes, because you have to wear makeup. You have to do, you know, all this certain stuff, the rules, follow guides, all that amazing cool stuff.
Yeah, or like I did a action film and we had to put on fake blood. And so like just dealing with that was like kind of weird, you know, it's just like fake blood running on your face and like it's like dripping. So.
So tell us a little bit about like the modeling. For what company agent do you model for? What do you do in the modeling like companies? I know you say you get to keep the clothes.
Yeah.
So that's the cool thing about modeling.
Absolutely.
So tell us a little bit about that.
Sure. So I'm with Love Talent Agency right now, and they primarily focus on fashion. And I do a lot of runway stuff. I also love working with brands and doing collaborations. So if you're a brand and you're looking for a model, hit me up because I'm taking applications. Yeah.
So there you see, if you guys are looking for a model right here, we have one sitting right across me. You want to give your social media platforms to everyone that could follow, share, look at your videos. Go ahead and share your social media with us.
Follow me on Instagram if you're Hispanic, sígame, and Instagram at Vic Brew, Vic_Brew, VIC_BREW. Brew like coffee.
And coffee. Did you have your coffee this morning?
I didn't. I'm about to fall asleep.
Same here too. So tell us something. Tell us someone that. I'm gonna skip that question because we already kind of like went through it. But tell me something that you would like if someone wants to be a model.
Mm-hmm.
Like, give us tips on someone that wants to be a model, an actor. You know, like what would you tell them?
Advice.
Like if like personal advice. What would you tell them of like? If they want to be an actor, if they want to be a model, if they want to produce, because there's a lot of, like, if you see, there's a lot of upcoming people. Mm-hmm. I'm talking to you like Danny Flex. He's our local, artist now that he performed Coachella last year and went big. Mm-hmm. And he's from Desert Hot Springs. We have Abby Carter that was just an American Idol audition, and now she's an American Idol.
Wow.
And there's going to be a lot of people looking up to them. So I know you probably get a lot of people that look up to you.
Sure.
So give us those tips on like how becoming a model, how becoming a producer, and how becoming an actor.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I feel like, in whatever you want to do in life, if you really, really want to do it, be obsessed with it. You know what I'm saying? If you want to be an artist, if you want to be an actor, if you want to be a model, be obsessed with it, and with that obsession comes like the drive and like the want to do whatever it takes to succeed in it. And so like, once you have that drive, once you have that passion for it, like just like literally manifest it. You just kind of put yourself in all the rooms, you start talking to people about it. Like I would tell all my friends and family, like, hey, I want to be an actor. Hey, I want to be a model. And they'd be like, oh, well, I know so-and-so, or I know so-and-so. Let me introduce you to this person. And it's like, everything just starts to work in your favor when you like take that leap and like start just like believing in yourself and believing in what you want to do. And so I think like that's probably like my biggest piece of advice.
So what's your favorite? Producer, model, or acting?
Man,
That's going to be a tough question,
it's
right?
It's a tough question, yeah. I would say probably acting. I feel like nothing beats just playing, just like playing a character and just living in a different world than this world that we live in every day, and just like having fun and getting paid for it.
So, that's always a good thing, getting paid for doing all that stuff. So have you produced any of your own music?
So producing in TV and film.
Oh, TV and film. There you go. So have you produced anything?
Yeah, I've done a bunch of short films. I did a feature film this past November, and I'm working on another one right now.
That's good. When was the last time you modeled?
Like a couple weeks ago, like 2 weeks ago.
Oh, there you go.
Did LA Fashion Week.
How was that?
It was lit.
It's funny.
We did something different this time, and a lot of us, when we hit the runway, we tend to just be like stiff, boring robots. And this time I had to hit them with a little dance move.
I saw that. I actually got to see that on your Instagram. Because normally, and I'm going to be honest, I've done Palm Springs Fashion Week in El Paseo.
Yeah.
And I'm normally behind a curtain, behind a scene with like the makeup parts. I haven't been doing it in the past couple of years. But the models, it's crazy. From the changing, from going out there, you guys have like that quick 10-second change.
Yeah.
And it's just like, no matter, like everyone's just stripping down. Let's get on there. Let's get right on it. And I've been honest, like watching, and I'm like, why do models look like robots? Like it's just like you're walking and you're like so serious, and I'm just like, can any model just do something different? And it's funny because I was looking at your posts and I'm like, he's hilarious. It was funny that she did that because normally, like I said, every models are just like they're focused, they're serious, they're just walking that runway. Yeah. They sometimes just want to get it over with.
I feel like you gotta bring life to it. I mean, the whole point of us walking that runway and walking in front of all those people sitting there watching us is to sell those clothes. It's to sell the look. And so I feel like when you add a little bit of spice to it, it makes everybody more interested. And you're like, damn, now I want to wear that outfit.
Exactly. It just depends how the person rocks it, right?
Right.
So when we met at Tote and Carry, and I know you were probably already picked to be a model, right? So how did that, what you think about that pre-party last year? I know it wasn't that full, but we all made it work.
Right.
And like I said, we all walked that runway. We all did so many stuff. Mm-hmm. And what was one of your experience there?
You know what? I thought that they had a very, very dope location. If they had filled it up more, it would have been a lot better. But like, I really like the location. I like the idea that they had like walking around the pool and stuff like that. I thought that was cool.
What'd you think about their location this year? Did you get to go to it?
No, I didn't.
They were at Geo Jam.
Yeah,
I was there last night and the night before. We got the invitation. I don't know if you got the invitation.
Yep.
And I went in there and same setup. I'm not gonna lie, they had the same stuff. Didn't have a runway show, nothing. And I was just like, met with he actually recognized, he's like, dude, you're the one that modeled for me last year. And I was like, yeah, he's like, well, I'm glad to have you guys back. And they were giving away bags, and I'm just like, dude, pick your bag, we'll get it done. And I was just like, okay, cool.
Wow.
And yesterday they were like kind of selling their product, but people were just like, let's go.
Yeah.
And I'm just like, that's insane. Did you get to keep any other bags from the fashion show from last year?
I got like a little small like wallet bag.
Yeah.
I really want a duffel bag though. I'm gonna have to stop by today.
Yeah, those duffel bags are pretty dope.
Yeah.
Like I ended up getting a neon one, spray painted with like my name and stuff. It was pretty dope. It's pretty fun.
Oh yeah.
So tell us about any ups and downs that you had, any closed doors, any brand new doors opening. Like, how does that make an impact in you?
Ups and downs. So, I feel like a lot of people don't see the behind the scenes when it comes to acting. And it takes a lot of work. You're a business. You're not necessarily just waiting for somebody to give you an opportunity. You got to create them for yourself. And so a lot of what I have to do is just like being outside a lot and like networking all the time. I'm auditioning all the time, and it's like you have to send in all these self-tapes, and it's like no, and then finally you get that one yes, and you're like, finally, it's just like
it's like the golden ticket.
It's like the golden tickets. It's like you're always applying for jobs, pretty much,
So it's just like one door closes and your opportunity opens,
Right.
and you got to just stick with it. Do you have like your own PR manager? Do you have anything, or you do it all yourself?
I do a lot of it myself, but I'm slowly building out my team, and I have people that like believe in me and support me, so they help out. Yeah,
That's good.
Yep.
That's good to know. You know, it's just like I said. Now, like in this, I would say just generation. You know, it's like a lot of people want to do a lot of things, and it's just like like I said, I run my own business too. So I tell my high school kids, hey, do what you want to do. You know, like don't ever give up on anything that you don't want to do, because it's like you have the opportunity, that door's opening for you. Go ahead and take that
Right.
big step, because if you wait for it, it's not going to be there anymore. It's just like a Casper. It's like it's gone, and you don't get that opportunity to do any of it anymore. And surprisingly, like, you know, we've been getting business for my staff could go out and work and do all this stuff, you know, but I know as a model and as an actor, it is a hard thing to do, because I know they just recently had that one strike on like their actors not getting paid enough and all that stuff going on. I know there were films and movies that were being on hold for all that stuff. How did you feel about that?
Man, it was a weird time. We just had to find new hobbies, really. No, I mean it was you either found a new hobby or you just like went crazy on like your craft. So like as soon as the doors opened back up, you were ready to like fly out, you know, like a bat. And so I feel like a lot of people just like either was worrying and like complaining, or they were like finding ways and means to like prepare themselves for like the kind of like when COVID happened, you know.
Yeah, and that's what it looked like.
When COVID ended, a lot of people became very successful.
Yeah.
You know, whereas a lot of people like were in depression, you know, so it's all about how you know, manage your time and took it and stuff like that.
That's very hard. Like I was watching that on like all the social media platforms on the news, and I'm just like, damn, for all these like upcoming actors, you know, it's bad. You know, that stuff was really bad.
I'll tell you what, the strikes were dope, because if you actually went to the strikes, A-listers, producers, directors, writers, we were all there together. It was like we were all just one unit fighting for the same cause. And so like if you never got to meet your favorite stars or like directors or whoever you wanted to meet, you were literally standing right next to them.
You're making
like,
friends with them.
Like right there.
That's all it is, right?
Like, honestly, it might have been a cheat code for a lot of people, you know?
Yeah, that's crazy, you know, but that's good that, you know, everyone got together, united to do that and, you know, move forward from it. So now we're going to talk about pre-parties for Coachella Weekend 1. What has been your favorite Coachella pre-party so far? I know there's still a lot more to come today and this weekend, but what has been the most like exciting party that you went to?
I think the one that did the most in terms of like decorations and just vibes was either Celsius.
I heard that one was really good.
Yeah, Celsius was amazing. T-Pain is like hands down to him. Like he's a performer for real. Like he killed it. And then I would say Nylon House was super dope too. Yeah, it was vibey for sure.
Was Nylon better than last year?
Last year's was better for sure.
Yeah, and I figured like last year was a lot better. You know, it was hard to get on all these lists this year from what I remember. You know, I RSVP'd to so many parties this year, and they're just this year I feel like they're a lot more on it than compared to other years. We're just like, we're just gonna approve these people and just show up, and that's what you gotta do. You know, but I did hear like the rumor with Celsius that was like one of the best parties to hit in the desert this year. What other parties are you excited for this weekend?
Neon Carnival tonight. Let's get it. We ready?
There you go. Crazy. Jealous. I didn't get on the list, but hey, that's a jealousy for you guys to get there and have fun.
All you gotta do is pull up with last year's band. You should be fine.
Last year's band. We'll see if it gets me in. You know. So, are you coming to Coachella, or are you going to the festivals?
Maybe tomorrow. Tomorrow there's a lot of like dope artists. Jay Nicole. Hopefully I said her name right. Thames. I love Thames. Afrobeats. Doja Cat. She's gonna kill it tomorrow.
I know. Yesterday, Peso Pluma was there.
Yeah.
Brought out Becky.
J Balvin's going tomorrow too.
And J Balvin, yeah. So I'm like, okay. So talking about J Balvin, so I was here when he first came to Coachella. Did a dope ass show. Dope. It was like the best, you know, we'll see. I'll be going second weekend, so I'm trying to see what he brings for Coachella this time.
Yeah.
Artists that I'm trying to see, you know, Peso Pluma. He brought Becky G yesterday. That was one thing. You know, Shakira came out with another artist, another DJ. She announced her first tour starting here at Aquashare Arena in November.
Wow.
So I'm excited for that. You know, that's Coachella. I feel like it's something that is, you know, bringing the vibe in, you know, all these people coming in from all around the world. So what did you think about this year's lineup, though?
Honestly, last year's was unbeatable. Like, they got Burna Boy, they got Bad Bunny, they had so many stars, like, last year. This year's a lot more, it's not as hip-hoppy, I feel like.
It's more like a mellow down lineup, you know, because I've been seeing a lot of people that have been selling the wristbands for like a super cheap price.
Yeah.
It's like you could get 2 for $600 right now, and I'm just like, damn, that Coachella really like downgraded this year.
Yeah.
Like, as a local, when like we buy our tickets just to make sure, hey, this lineup's gonna be all cool, you know, it's what I'm gonna say. It's kind of like sucks that Stagecoach gets their lineup before we even get our lineup, and I'm just like, why can't they be like Stage, where like that lineup comes out like right in there and it gives you that, should I buy my ticket or not?
Right.
But they like hyping us all up and wait for us until January or February to get that lineup and be like, oh damn, we got a lineup. And it's like, if you want to sell your ticket or you want to keep it, it's just like, you're already, why sell it? Because you're going to lose on it. Or if it's a good lineup, then keep it. You get what I mean?
Exactly.
So it's like, it's super crazy. Like, lineups are always hit or miss. Like, how long have you been coming to Coachella?
This is my second year.
Second year?
Yeah.
Okay, well, we did it right first year. I've been going to Coachella for about 9 years.
Damn.
The best lineup for Coachella for me was when I say original Coachella, when they brought Coldplay, Red Hot Chili Peppers.
Oh, yeah, I bet it was
like,
crazy.
Those were like one of the best Coachella original lineups. You know, not gonna lie, you know, bringing Becky G last year, bringing Karol G the year before, you know, the Latin artists, like, I feel like that's what we need out here as well. Just because, like, you know, there's a lot of Latin people that come, or a lot of, you know, different types of people from around the world that come to this music festival. But at the same time, like, I feel like we need a little bit of everything and bring back originality.
Yeah.
Like, I miss, like, hey, bring back Red Hot Chili Peppers, bring Coldplay, bring like some good bands into Coachella, like kind of go back to the old and bring it in again, like mixed it, because it's like you're not always gonna get like that fun vibe. Like this year, I feel like it's more chill, it's more calm. Didn't feel like it sold out. They're still selling tickets to this point. That was surprising, because every year it's like it's a sold out event.
Right.
And this year it didn't even. Tickets are still on sale. You could still buy a ticket for Coachella. And I was just like, damn, didn't sell out for this year. But they expanded. That's one thing. They did make Coachella a little bit more bigger. So once you're in the festival tomorrow, you'll see the new Sahara tent. Are you excited for that?
Wow. There's a new Sahara tent?
There's a new Sahara tent. It'll be towards the end by the entrance. It's there forever now.
Wow.
So the old Sahara tent is gone. They replaced it with a stage that's there, like it's a mirror stage for this year. It's a super dope stage. I was like reading about it, and that's something that so to see. But I know you're excited for tomorrow. That's one thing, to go see Doja and your favorite artist.
Yeah.
So we're about to close this podcast, and I always like to tell my influencers, but you're like I said, artist, producer, and model. You have one question you could ask me, and that's gonna be nervous, because normally you ask you questions. I bet you weren't expecting all these questions, but now you get to throw one at me, and there you go.
Where do you see yourself in 5 years?
I asked the same thing yesterday to Marcos D1. So where I see myself in 5 years, honestly, growing out my podcast, literally going into like different episodes, bringing in different people, growing it out. You know, normally what's important about talking about a podcast is more interviewing the people, get to know them more, because if you really think about it, and this is what I talked about yesterday, because we were just talking about like podcast is about people doing it pre-recorded already, cutting it, editing it, adding things. As you know, as this is already a live recording, it's like on all the platforms. There's no time to like mistakes. If you cut, it's posting no matter what it is.
Right.
But it's like that's what's something about me that I want to see myself doing more, because it's like you're actually talking about, you know, getting to know this person and see what they're all about, and we're like speaking about it, and that's one main thing. But other than that, growing out my own business, thank God 2015 grew out Crazy Carlos Events. As you know, I told you before, I'm an event coordinator. I do weddings, quinceañeras, all that stuff. You know, growing that out, you know, because I love supporting high school students, you know, giving them that opportunity to work. I was once a high school student. Well, parents didn't have that money to pay for everything I was in. So now that I give that back, it's like I'm proud of it. I see these high school kids that want to work and get their money, for their parents won't be spending all this money and, you know, purchasing their phone, paying their stuff. You know, they have their own bills to pay, you know, and I like that, because it's like once you see them grow, they're going to come back to you and be like, hey, thanks for doing this. Thanks for doing that. You know, I have one guy that grew up, made his own business, didn't go to school, his own landscaping business, and he's already making money. And I'm just like, bro, like, he's like, dude, it's all to you. And I'm like, I see myself as an ambassador, not an influencer. And a lot of people tell me, it's like, why not an influencer? I've seen the influencer world. I've seen it, seen behind it, seen in front of it. That's something I'm not trying to get involved. But the ambassador world is a little bit more different, you know, and that's something that I see myself growing out more.
That's dope. Nice.
So now we're closing out this podcast with Vic. Make sure you guys follow him in all the social media and all the platforms. Give us that Instagram once again.
Hey, it's your boy at Vic Brew, Vic_BREW. Follow my boy at Casifius too. That's my homeboy. And thank you.
Thank you. And then go ahead and follow me on my social media, Crazy Carlos 05. Also, make sure you guys follow MT Radio, proud sponsor for my second season. I want to give them props. Follow them on all their platforms: Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, TikTok. From what I heard, that's what they have now. So yeah, we'll go ahead and get ready for those parties today. So let's enjoy Coachella Weekend 1, guys. If you are going to Coachella, if you're already out there, if you're listening to this podcast, make sure you guys are like party hardy, enjoy Coachella. Come to Coachella Weekend 1 for just the pre-parties, to be honest. Then come to Weekend 2 to enjoy it. That's one thing I do, and I always work that way, just because to multitask Coachella for Weekend 1 is the hardest thing to do. Once again, Vic, thank you for being on my podcast, second episode. Thank you for coming out here from LA. Let's give it up once to Vic. We'll see you guys. Have a great day. Enjoy Coachella. Be safe.